Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Douglas Hartman and this is Airbrush Artistry. Oop, and I just moved everything around. I gotta double check and see how that looks there. Sorry about that. Oh man, I'm screwing up already. Alright, so what we got today going on is I've got I have the Dru Blair Takumi with the soft spring and the air valve and the short trigger. I have the Iwata HPB Plus with the 0.2 millimeter needle nozzle setup, and I also have HP C Plus that has the 0.3. And what I got in is two Dru Blair short triggers. And I'm going to be installing on these two guys. And then I also have two soft springs in here for each of the air valve mechanisms. And what they also send you is this guy here. And it's a pair of tweezers that has a locking mechanism on it with a little set screw to help you get the air spring out. So obviously the first thing we need to do is I'm going to go ahead. Well, it's not necessary before I do that, but I'll take the needles out after I get the new air springs in. All right, so I got quick adapters on here, so that needs to come off. And so when you take that off, I'm trying to get and you can see there's the plunger in there, and then there's also a little screw in there that's got two notches on it. Okay, and so that is where this guy comes in handy. So what you do is you get the tips of the tweezers and those notches, and you slowly, I might add. One thing you don't want to have happen is, because there is a screw in there, not a screw but a spring, you want to be careful, because that bugger will want to fly on out at you. And so that's the old spring there. Okay, and so here is, let's see if I can get my camera to, that's the little screw that I'm talking about. Okay, and then there's the old spring. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get new spring. Hopefully my camera will pick this up. The old spring is on top and the Dru Blair soft spring is on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to set the old one aside, put the Dru Blair one in that plunger right there. And now for the tricky part is getting this guy on there without cross-threading it. So here we go. It might be easier so that didn't work out very well. Let's try this again. Same time, I don't want to bugger up the spring, you know. Don't you know? Yeah, that's a heck of a... Okay, so, man, so I got it started. And so once you get it started, I think that's the, yeah. One thing I do want to check. Yeah, it's... just want to check and make sure. And so I got that all the way in there. And so now to put the let me go ahead and put my quick coupler back on there. I may have gotten it too tight, but let me do this first. So now what I'm going to do is you take the handle off, take the locking nut off, take out my needle and the screw there. Take out the spring tension adjuster, chuck and all that jazz. That comes out just like so. Take one of these guys here. And see, it's got these little posts on it. So you put it in there like this here, give it a spin till you feel it drop in. Put that guy back in there. And man, it feels good already. It feels so smooth already. And then go ahead what's going on here? Something didn't feel right. No, it goes. Sits in there like that. Something ain't right here. Hang on a second. Well, I am pretty sure. Okay, so it's going through there and it's getting. Something ain't right. Boy, this is a heck of a video, isn't it? How not to do this. I don't know why. My needle's not burred up or anything. Yep, I don't even want to do that. Well, this is going to be ain't this a humdinger of a video, right? Something ain't, but something just ain't quite right. So I got the trigger in there. And it's lined up right. Got that guy in there. Got the trigger pressed down. Man. I don't know why. That feels like crazy tight right there. All right. But I got it in there now. That's just weird. Yeah, I don't know if I've got that too tight. Something just feels. It just may need to be cleaned out a bit. But what I am going to do. Yeah, that ain't right. I wonder if I buggered up the spring in there. I hope not. See. So that's interesting. Isn't that odd? It almost feels like the spring is buggered up in there. Let me try this again. I apologize for the weird, crazy events here. See, that's what's weird. Is because I've been using my surely they gotta be the same. Alright, so it works with the stock trigger, but not the short trigger, which is weird because because I've been using my HPB Plus with the Dru Blair trigger in it. No, it's not. I bet there's... I bet I buggered up the spray on this sign. Because it's working sometimes and sometimes it's not. Jiminy Christmas. But I don't want the plunger to come out, so I gotta have this in here when I work on that spring. Airbrushing 101. Like a lot of things in life, not everything goes as planned. Man, oh man. Alright, it's... I wonder if that's the case. I wonder if I just buggered up the spring, because it doesn't seem to be buggered up. Here's Mr. Plunger. Make sure this that guy there, he seems to be okay. Oh boy. Hey, that's gonna be fun. Get him back in there. I'm gonna try this again. My gosh. Get the plunger in there. And again, it feels like it's It doesn't feel very smooth. Well, this is a daggone conundrum right here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so Mr. Plunger, Mr. Spring, and this guy. Yeah, this is a bugger to get in place. All right, so I got it there. Don't let go. All right, I got it in there. Man, let me just try something here. Yeah, this is trying to drive me crazy. And see, it almost feels like it's catching on something on the inside of that. So that's very odd. So for some reason, the short trigger will not work in this guy. I might have to do a little bit of I don't know, like maybe some filing on it or something. I'm not Not quite. Maybe it is that it needs more space. This part right here needs to be, you know, grooved out higher. But anyway, the soft spring in it feels amazing. All right, so that was very odd and unexpected. And I'm sorry about that, guys. Talk about a blooper of a video. Now this guy, here's the weird thing is, I took the short trigger out of my Takumi and put it in this guy, and I've been using it for a while now, and so let me go ahead and I'm going to put the soft spring in it. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. So again, it's taking this screw out very slowly and making sure the spring doesn't fly across the room. Yeah, baby.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to Kroger and see if I can hurry him along because I've not heard anything yet.
Okay. Love you, baby.
Love you, baby.
You can get the spring out and put the Dru Blair soft spring in, and as gently as possible, bam, ow, without stabbing yourself or anybody in the room, and the spring shooting across, compressing the spring, getting the plunger in there. Getting it started. All right, so far so good. Get the old quick connect on there. And I've got to just make sure it. Okay, so we got that going on there, so that works. So again, undo the needle check nut there, take out the needle. Take this guy out, take out the stock trigger. Yeah, it's really got me baffled. Yeah, what's even going to be more baffling is if now you see, maybe that's the problem with the other one. I can see the piston on top of the plunger there. All right, so get this guy back in here. Get the needle back in there. Without, you see, and that one slid right. Yeah, that's just not. There's something up with that guy there. See, and that one works. The soft spring on that, I mean, it's pretty amazing. It requires very little pressure whatsoever. Anyway, that's this has still got me buggered up, and I don't understand why. That works. But the Dru Blair soft spring or short trigger doesn't. And by all means, it should. I see the plunger is up. That's the problem. Is the for whatever reason that guy there is getting hung up. The piston. The piston is getting hung up. And I don't know why. Get in there. See, now the piston won't come up again. It should move up and down. Plunger in there. Let's see, it just did it again. Alright. You know, I gotta mess with this if it's gonna kill me. Because I'm not understanding, like, why. Oh, it just popped out. And again, I'm getting a hell of a lot of resistance on that, and it shouldn't be. Yeah. Boy, that doesn't. just doesn't make any sense to me. I can't even get the daggone. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, guys, I'm baffled about it. That's too bad. But I still think the culprit is... Why isn't that guy... wasn't working right? But for now, before I screw something up worse than it is, and that's the thing too, is the good thing is I haven't, and see, it just slides right in there. What I haven't done is I have not buggered up the needle tip. So I got that going for me. All right, man, oh man. Oh my gosh, it helped. Yeah, you see, I'm being my mind's in daggone la la land right now. It's got me so baffled. I forgot this spring here came out. But yeah, there's no. But see, yeah, it slides right in, and when with the Dru Blair trigger on there, it's obviously hanging up somewhere. Yeah. So the trigger's the problem. And which is weird because I mean these are the same like bodies, but maybe just a slight machining issue. Anyway, this video, I'm sure, I haven't even seen how long it is now, has probably gone on forever, and I apologize. but anyway, yeah, I think maybe what it is, maybe I just need to file out some of the material on the top inside of this. Maybe that was the issue with it. I'm not sure. But yeah, very strange indeed. But anyway, which is confusing because, like I said, I've been using my HPB Plus with the Dru Blair soft or short trigger in it for a little while now. But now it's got with the soft spring, and daggone it, I will fix that. But at least it's got the soft spring in it. But you can kind of, man, Oh, that kind of bums me out. But anyway, guys, well, you know what? That's life. You know, you can't have everything, I guess. But anyway, so there you have it. I've got the Dru Blair Takumi. I've got the Awada HPB Plus with the Dru Blair soft spring and the air valve mechanism and the short trigger. And at least the HPC Plus has got the soft spring in there. And I'm going to work on making sure I can get that daggone the trigger in there. And so that's the elongated, frustrating, confusing part of airbrushing. Anyway. Yeah, this thing's already at 47 minutes. You guys are going to be like, what is this nutcase doing? Anyway, I did talk about in previous videos, my new projects coming up. And, I also mentioned that I went to Walmart to get some t-shirts, and all I had was that self-wicking crap. So I ordered some heavy-duty 100% cotton t-shirts off Amazon. The black ones came in. So I'll be starting on a new project on a t-shirt, as well as the skull, the demon skull that I'm working on. On the t-shirt, what I've decided to do is, I got this miniature a while ago. I haven't even painted it yet. And those of you who play D&D know right away that this is a zombie beholder. And so what I'm going to do is, with my phone, I'm going to get the coolest pose I can with this guy. Probably about, I don't know. I don't want him just a head-on, strut like that. Maybe kind of downward at an angle and get all this cool texture in here, the side of his face, and all the musculature in there going on. So I'm going to play around with the angle, take a picture of it, and then load it up on my computer, get it on a little memory card thing. And in town I have a FedEx Kinko's, and they have these big printers. You can go in there and just put in a memory card, and you can print off images, and I'll do that. That's what I do for if I'm wanting a picture for reference photo and stuff like that. So that's what I'll do with this guy. I'll take a picture of this guy with my phone, upload it to the computer, get it on a disk, and take it in. And then the other thing that I've got, and I'm really excited about doing this guy. I need I'm a dungeon master, daggone it. I need a D&D shirt, and I don't have one. And I'm an airbrush artist, so I need to make my own, right? And so the other thing I got going on is a canvas, and I put gesso on it. And what I realized is that, what I need to do here is, you guys are probably tired of looking at that. Well, I don't know, because now you're going to be looking at me. But what I realized is what I need to do with the gesso canvas that I have. The correct way to do it is take the canvas off the stretcher boards and lay it flat, secure it somehow with either staple gun it to, some thicker board or whatever, and then put the gesso on it like that and sand it down, and put some more gesso on it, sand it down nice and smooth. So it just makes for a better airbrush technique. I left the canvas on the stretcher bars. Fail number one. So what I'm going to do, it was hard for me to get it smoothed out, because it gives in the spots that aren't. Anyway, I can go on about that, my dumb ass, and how I messed that up. So I'm going to use a little palm sander and put some support underneath the canvas so it doesn't, bow in when I'm sanding it. And I'm going to sand down the first layer of gesso I got on that thing, and then I will scrape on another layer and get it smoothed out. But I'm going to do a mind flare on that canvas. It's tall, skinny canvas. It's like maybe a foot. Well, maybe it's a 2x3. Let's see, 1, 2, or maybe it's a 2x4. I'm sorry. Anyway, I forget the exact measurements of that, but I'm going to do a mind flare on that, which I'm excited about doing on that too. But anyway, I'm sorry this has been a long, drawn out, very frustrating video. But the upgrades, the soft spring and the short trigger, if you do airbrushing at long stints at a time, to me it's worth it. Just the comfort of it, and I know it sounds maybe kind of stupid to some people, but to me it's a worthwhile upgrade. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your patience with this video. I highly doubt anybody is still watching, but if you are, I commend you, and I appreciate you very much. I appreciate all my subscribers. And anyway, yeah, no, not even any airbrushing in this video. So I got to get back on that. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye. Dun dun dun.